Yo ho.
Hey, what's going on with you? You sound
Uh,
sick.
I have, against my better judgment, I shared a toothbrush with a lady that had the plague last week and didn't think I would get it, but here we are. No, our management team's slowly going down one by one with whatever this is. It's just my turn in the rotation.
Nice.
Um, this week for me has been a fucking week. Working nonstop, trying to fill in fucking
That's
server
two.
roles and dish
Uh,
up. I don't. I put we're an explicit podcast every time I post this.
no. I'm just saying you haven't had this type of week in a while.
Oh yeah, no. It's awful. Worked 13 hours a couple days ago. Worked 12 hours the days after. Fully meant to go home at like 1 on Friday. Ended up staying until like 6 or 7. That type of stuff. And
It's the
it's just
worst.
yeah. I Yeah, it is. But finally, I got a hold of my doctor, talked to him about the sleeping issues and stuff. So he put me on some sort of medicine that like really knocks me out, which is good, I guess. But it was like a Parkinson's medication. He's like, take it. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay.
Just take it.
Yeah, it's a muscle relaxer, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
nortriptyline. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Horse
it's
tranquilizer.
yeah, so I'm taking that in conjunction with the trazodone, which he said not to do, but I feel like the added sleep would be good.
Yeah, but that's not. Be careful with that, bud.
No, he said they wouldn't affect each other. You don't have to take them together.
Okay.
Um, but I'm doing it, and I'm sleeping, so I'm going to continue to do it, I think. Um, yeah, how was your week, Isaac?
It was okay. I was on call. I just came off.
Man, we all sound really depressed tonight. Like,
No, I'm good. It's
Oh,
just getting late. I'm down here in the sunny state of Florida tonight. Down here
what are
for
you doing
work.
down there?
God, I'm taking one of those classes I used to take all the
Okay,
time.
okay.
Starts tomorrow, goes through Thursday, so I'll just be down here living
Are
life
you guys
in
are
the
you guys
sun.
hooking up? Well, like, did I read that correctly? You guys are getting
let-
together,
let's not say hooking up.
hooking up, doing the
So
nasty.
so I'll be flying down there Monday morning for work. I'm actually there all week. So yeah, we're gonna hang
Awesome.
out. Hopefully.
That's cool. I love how I introduced all my friends to Epic, and he's taken them from me.
Uh,
I get
nice.
on. He's playing Fortnite with Jose. He's meeting you at nice rendezvous in Florida.
This was
I
no.
don't
Wait a
get it.
second. We've done this before. We met in San Diego. Met in
San Diego, Phoenix.
Arizona.
Listen,
Yeah.
I didn't mean for you to take my friends from me.
I'm not taking
Let me
anybody.
take some of yours.
You can have them. I have like three.
John. Actually, I think John's watching this right now. I was just talking to him in Discord. So he's
Cool.
playing that supermarket simulator thing right now.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
never seen. You know how John gets about the games, and he really
Yeah, dude.
sees them through and gets everything. So he is in the process of getting every card in that game, and then getting it slabbed to a 10 and hanging it on the walls, all over the walls.
Yeah.
And the second he walked into his store, his FPS tanked to like 3, and he's playing like this. I'm like, what?
On the Series X.
Yeah.
Dude, that's hard enough to
Um,
do on normal. Like that TCS, he's playing the TCS card generator
mhm,
or simulator. It's
mhm.
yeah, it's definitely rough.
Yeah, it was, but I looked up online on Steam. They were saying those it's being caused by those slab mounts on the wall. So as far as I know, he's been moving all those over and trying to clear them out of his main
Hmm.
thing, and it looks like it's improving. But that's been my crisis for the past hour.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Patrick, how about you, man? How was your week?
Pretty good. I was home this week. Got a lot of stuff done. More importantly, I relaxed all week, which was really needed.
Hmm.
Work's been super stressful, so I've had a kind of I had to work all week, but it was more chill and catching up on stuff,
I,
which
I
was
feel like you and I have been trying
Nice.
to catch up for a minute this week. Like
oh yeah, yeah.
I
Well, you've
got
been
on
so busy.
I got on this morning and you were on, but you were AFK, it must have been. So I went out to take my dogs out. By the time I came back, you were gone. And then before I could leave, Gucci came in, so I had to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Just kidding, John. But yeah, tomorrow we got to make something happen.
Yeah, we do. I'll be home pretty much all day, so
Okay.
it'll be good.
As will I. I have to go to Wegmans for like a couple hours tomorrow, but after
I
that,
mean, Aldi. You should go to Aldi. It's cheaper. It's better.
We've talked about this.
I can't. I lost that battle.
There's certain things I have
lost
to
that
go there
battle.
too, so I get it.
Yeah, we don't. And she just got the reason we're going there for real is one of her bosses gave her like a $300 gift card for only Wegmans, so got to use that.
That'll
And
get
you
you.
know, they don't let you buy gift cards with gift cards anymore. Something about money laundering.
Yeah, terrible.
Back in my day, we used to be able to buy anything we wanted with those. We would take the prepaid gift cards and go to strip clubs and like make the rubber band finger thing and just shoot them right at the strippers.
You just slide it down the slot.
Yeah.
That's do they sell
You
like
can actually sell them online.
Really?
Yeah,
Do they?
you take a little hit off of them, but you can sell them, get cash for
Oh,
them.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that legal?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, after convincing my convenience store guide on the street to start ordering Pokemon cards and hide them so only I can buy them, he's a new business. It's like one of those, not 7-Eleven, but there's a U in the name, U Stop or something like that. And I've seen gas stations sell Pokemon cards before in convenience stores. So I was like, hey, man, why don't you look into this? I'm sure people would come in and buy them. And if not, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
you can get that connect, dude.
So, yeah, we talked for a long time on like the process. I looked it up on ChatGPT and talked to him about it. And he's going to try to do it this week.
That'd be so awesome.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
connect.
Nice.
And then I realized after that it's Epic's episode. So I am interested on the ride he is going to take us this week. Take it away, homie.
It's a hell of a ride. So everybody knows about the most famous triangle, right? If I was to say a mysterious triangle where things disappear, where would you go?
Pink triangle.
The pink triangle. Okay.
Oh, Bermuda.
The Bermuda Triangle. So that's what we grew up as, right? The Bermuda Triangle was this mysterious, horrible place and so scary.
Yeah.
It's really not. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the Nevada Triangle. So the Nevada Triangle is an area, geographic location, basically formed by Las Vegas, Reno, and the Sierra Nevada mountains. So it's a triangle. It's right there. On average, 3 people go missing a month there.
A month?
A month. So
why do people keep going there?
You would think, yeah, I was going to say, you would think people would stop going there.
Yeah, well, this is aircraft, hikers, people finding mysterious stuff, and so it's a really odd location too, right? Because it's right near all the. What?
Is this part of the missing 411 or no?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No, I don't know what that is.
There's like a state park that has like a desert attached to it or something. That 411 people have gone missing and they can't find anything about them.
Oh no, that's a future episode we need to talk about.
Yeah.
So let me set the scene right now. So it's 2007, and do you guys ever remember hearing about Steve Fossett? He was a big time adventurer. He's like the guy that flew in a balloon around the world, and he had the world record for the longest flight, solo flight ever. He was a billionaire. He's a billionaire. So he was this guy that like Richard Branson, right? But actually doing stuff that's way more intense. So
I don't think so.
Okay. So Steve Fossett took off in his little his basically Bugatti, which was a Decatur decathlon. It's a small aircraft, just piston, propeller type aircraft, but it's if you're a billionaire, this is like a Bentley, right? So like if you have a small plane, this is like your Bentley. It's super nice. Steve Fossett is an experienced aviator, one of the best in the world. He takes off for what is considered a night flight. It's like you and me driving to Walmart as a kid, right? That's what we do. We just get out of the house.
And we just walk there for hours on end, right? And just
Yeah,
end up
walk
purchasing
around.
nothing because we were broke kids.
Yep, until they kick us out, or we ended up.
When we got our licenses, we used to just go to Walmart just to go to Walmart, right? Like we never had any goal in mind.
So Steve took off from the Flying M Ranch and was never seen again. So, okay, yeah, he must have crashed, right? No. So, what followed was the biggest air and ground search in the history of the United States, basically, for this guy. Coast Guard came out and said this is their biggest search they've ever done. This is one of the record setting searches. So, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for that as well. This search.
Even more than DB Cooper?
DB Cooper. Well, DB Cooper's small little searches with only a few people looking, right? It's not the amount of people. Like,
Well, why? I guess I didn't. Why wouldn't they have looked for DB Cooper as much?
because
Because they dude had like a bunch of money.
Is that the gold guy where everybody's searching for?
he's the guy that jumped out of an airplane. He
Jumped out
hijacked
of-
it
He hijacked the plane for a bunch of money, and then jumped out with a parachute. Nobody found him ever.
out of the back because it's in those little DC-9s. The back stairs go down, so he was able to jump right out the back, and I'm sure he lived. It's not that hard to do, especially back in that day. But regardless, the Nevada Triangle claimed Steve Fawcett, and Steve was. I can't stress enough how big Steve was in the 2000s, like as far as an adventurer and aviation guy goes. It took 2 years to find any type of wreckage. What happened was the hiker that happened to be out just hiking found his wallet by itself. So he takes this wallet and he's like, "Oh, I'll give it back to a guy. I'll take it back and give it to whoever. It's Steve. Steve must have lost his wallet." And he's like, "Man, that name sounds really familiar, though." But he gets back, he goes and turns it in, and turns out Steve was missing since 2007. So they called off the search in 2008, and this is 2022, something like that. So this is a while. And basically looking for the missing plane, they went out and searched, and they found pieces of his wreckage all over the place. And one bone is all they found. Okay, scavengers, whatever. But
Animals, yeah.
why weren't they able to find his plane before? And this is right in the main area. This is right on a hiking trail. So this isn't like some hidden area or anything. It's literally right there. And you might kind of freak out and say, "Hey, well, that's kind of weird that they didn't find his plane." But also during this search, they found 8 other planes they didn't even know were missing. That's how many planes have crashed there that they didn't even know about.
What?
Yeah.
Is
Why do
this
people
like in the
continue to
mountains
fly
though,
there?
like box canyons and stuff?
Yep. So one of the earliest planes lost in the Triangle is a B-24 bomber that crashed in 1943. It was taking flight on December 5th. It was piloted by Second Lieutenant Willis Turvey and co-piloted by Second Lieutenant Robert Hester. They had 4 other crew, including Second Lieutenant William Thomas Curran, who was the navigator, Second Lieutenant Ellis H. Fish, and Bombardier Sergeant Robert Brucey. And more people. And Sergeant Howard A. Winktel was a radio operator. And it was basically a routine training mission that, it takes off from Fresno, which is in the Triangle, California's Hammond Field, and flies to Bakersfield, which they do all the time, then on to Tucson, and then back to Fresno. Just a normal training flight. They disappeared. So on the very next day, when they sent 9 B-24 bombers out to find this missing plane. However, rather than finding it, yet another bomber went missing. On the morning of December 6th, Squadron Commander Captain William Darden lifted off along with 8 other B-42s. Captain Darden, his airplane, and the remaining crew would not be seen again until 1955, when the lake reservoir was drained for repairs to the dam, Huntington Lake, which is a dam out there. So all of these planes have basically crashed, right? And these are highly experienced and trained navigators and aviators. So the predominant theory is because these are in the canyon areas and mountainous region. And have you guys ever flown out to, like, when you're flying to San Diego, you pass over this and you feel it anytime when you're flying out to California, it starts to get bumpy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine being in a small plane or an older plane, which didn't fly at the heights that we fly now, and the
Yeah.
downdrafts and everything, how that would immediately hit you and take you down.
Mm.
So to have a place where 200 or so airplanes have just vanished, just gone missing, not even found, is kind of unheard of in today's day and age. But it does exist. So there was many other recent issues as well. There's disappearances of a Cessna 152 in the 90s. A private pilot flying from Vegas to Reno also passed away. They say disappeared. A 1941, a P-40 fell, crashed, and the pilot fell within a mile of where his plane landed, and they could never find the wreckage. So even after the plane crashed, he couldn't find the wreckage, which is kind of funny because going back even further, there was a T-42 trainer. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but that crashed there, and the pilot ejected. And basically, the government went after him, saying he sold his plane to the Soviets, and they pieced it out because we should be able to find it, and they checked everything.
And everything in that period of time was the Soviets, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They eventually did find that plane just recently, so it exonerated him and posthumously, but he passed away. In '86, Major Ross Mulhane flew a F-111 or F-117 into a mountain near Bakersfield. The cause of the crash was never revealed. This is one of the most advanced aircrafts, right? So the Nighthawk, the flying triangle, as it were. So these are just some of the major issues and major disappearances, as well as tons of mysterious lights in the sky and other disappearances and sightings of weird craft. And
So is that the route we're leaning, aliens?
yeah, no, well, okay, there's a couple different routes. So
Okay.
in 2014, hiker Kenny Veach claimed to have found a cave that was shaped like an M. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the M cave.
Magneto?
No, so pretty much. The M cave is a cave located near one of our favorite places, Area 51.
Huh. And you notice, like, this entire time you're telling the story that Isaac's trying so hard to pretend like he doesn't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask like how close this stuff is to Area 51.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so this is all right within that area. So, but
Okay.
I mean, if you know the area, right? There's military bases all throughout there, but Area 51 is
Yeah.
the most predominant and secret that we know of. So Kenny Veach claimed he saw this, found this cave was an M. When he was near it, his body, when he was near the entrance, his body started to vibrate, and he started to have an immense fear. And he eventually posted online about this because he was a YouTuber, and everybody was daring him to go back and find it, right? Everybody was egging him on until one certain random person anonymously posted, "If you go back to this cave, you will die. Do not go back. If you go back, you will die."
Okay.
Well, he went back, and guess who went missing?
Well, obviously, this person that gave him the warning, it has some sort of lair or something in this cave, you know? It was just lying in wait.
So
No, is
this,
that for real?
yeah, no, legit.
Is-
So Kenny Veach, he was an experienced seasoned hiker. His YouTube was Snake Bite McGee, and he found the cave that was shaped like an M near the Nellis Air Force Range. He claimed he felt an intense, unnatural vibrations when he was near it, and it caused him to flee. if you go back and look at the video of him trying to find the cave again before he went missing, you can kind of make it out in the distance. Like as he's walking by, he just couldn't find it. The reason
Okay.
being is somebody went and covered that cave up.
Okay.
So, yep.
Someone?
Yeah.
Someone or a group of someone's, Isaac.
So after he went missing, like all his fans and everybody went out and tried to find the cave, right? One person found it and they found it covered up with all these rocks and stuff. So he also felt the strange vibrations and the dizziness and the sickness that went along, which Kenny reported. He did not go in the cave and he lived to tell about it. But who put rocks in that cave after Kenny went missing? Is Kenny in that cave? Nobody knows. But
Did they ever do any like exploring of the cave?
No, we can't find it anymore.
Okay.
Like radiation?
Maybe. So
And then they did the rocks to like seal it off, the concrete.
But why would they leave it open? So that was one of the leading theories, right? It was an exhaust port for the base, like an underground facility or something, and it was carbon dioxide, and it eventually took Kenny's life. We don't know. Which some of the effects of carbon dioxide poisoning is, fear, trembling, dizziness, shortness of breath, things like that. So there's a lot of things that could explain it, but there's a lot more sinister thoughts behind this too, because people that go to that area tend to disappear, right? So people that go to Area 51 and try to get in tend to have bad things happen to them. Not all the time, but sometimes. So there was a guy in 2008, I think it was. He basically was obsessed with going to Area 51. He ended up heading there, and he got stopped at the gate, was asking for a gas station, and nobody would help him out. And he says, well, what happens if I just drive straight? And the officer says, well, you'll get arrested, we'll shoot you, and you'll get arrested. You'll either get arrested or you get shot. And he just booked it. So in his car, he took off. He made it a mile down the road where the sheriff's deputies surrounded his car and just executed him. Just shot him. Just killed him.
What?
Yep. So there's definitely something weird going on out there. So the theories of this whole area is, these are accidents that happen due to downdraft, really difficult flying conditions, things like that. But there's also a theory of government, military, or alien facilities out there. And we all know the backstory of Area 51 and Nellis and flying saucers and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think of that?
Okay. Could this be something that somebody was like, yeah, I felt this and this when I went out there, and then everybody suddenly feels this and this when they go out there, the type of thing, like
psychosomatic?
Yeah, like, or just like some sort of mass hysteria type of thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if I was really big into this YouTube video and this hiker, and he was telling me all this stuff, and I got out there and I found the cave, I think the human body would have the premonition to kind of like take on some of those things just unconsciously. So maybe.
I mean, when I go to Wegmans tomorrow, I'm going to want Pop-Tarts, so I'm getting Pop-Tarts, right? Same thing.
The double stuff?
Are they out yet?
I don't know.
No, that's super interesting because how many disappearances were there?
Up over 200.
That's like a lot
and
for one location.
On average, 3 a month. Now it's a huge area, right? But on average, 3 people go missing a month in this.
But still,
Nevada Triangle.
That's weird.
Seems high.
Isaac, what about you, man?
It seems high, but
You're right. Like there's not
it's all
some
like
sort of
random.
external.
Yeah, it's all random stories. Like they're not necessarily all connected, other than they're in the same sort of same area of the country.
Okay.
But we do know that that's where there's military bases and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure like Nevada, Arizona is where like the Air Force tests all its like experimental like
Yep.
Yeah.
flight aircraft. So that's why people always see like they say they see UFOs and stuff out there. It's just like experimental stuff no one's seen before.
Yeah.
Um, so when you have that kind of like level of secrecy and you have all these maybe not related things going on all around it, then I think it builds up the mystery a lot more than
Do you think
maybe
like
it should.
uh I mean, you always see like on media that the government is like, if this person comes in here, we shoot them and they die. Is that real? Like if they stumble across an Air Force base or something?
I
That-
do know one place where that will happen, yes.
Oh my God.
So,
All
Don't
right.
go that way.
yeah,
Can you just
you can't
tell
do
me
that.
where to stay away from? What state?
No, you're good. You won't come
Okay. Cool.
It'll never happen.
So
So on Area 51 in 1994, was it 1995? Who was the president then? Was it
What
Clinton?
year did you say?
95? Was it Clinton or was that
Isn't that
Bush?
George W?
Yeah. So they signed an executive order saying that the Area 51 location cannot be sued, cannot be held liable in a court, and is not applicable to typical federal law or state laws or any local laws. So basically, President Clinton recognized the federal government has the obligation to address any injustices suffered disproportionately, separately, as well. But so there's a lot of weird stuff there, right? But again, let's talk about the area that they're flying in. It is the Sierra Nevada mountains, which are they run perpendicular to like a jet stream, right? So the wind hits it, creates huge vortexes, all kinds of crosswinds, unpredictable downdrafts. The mountain. So there's one weather phenomenon called the mountain wave, where planes basically are ripped from the air because the air is so forceful pushing down, and they're just flattened into the ground if you're stuck in one. There's nothing you can do.
Oh, while we're right there, can we? I heard about something earlier that I don't want to forget about. Did you guys know there's some sort of when there's a rogue wave that a certain way it can happen, then there's like a rogue void in between the wave and you, like on the beach or something? Like it's
Sucks
just
all the water out?
emptiness. Yeah, that seems crazy to me. And then I was reading some like folks that witnessed it, and all they saw was just pitch black going down. I'm never going in the ocean.
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to see that ever.
No, no one would. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Epic.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, we talked about UFOs. We talked about weather. We talked about a crazy military base where they shoot people on site. There's also sightings of people that flew over Area 51 that were obsessed with it and posted pictures on Reddit, and nothing happened to them. So don't take it as if you go out there you're gonna get shot, right? Like that's one of the cases that
I want to know what happened to the guy that Naruto ran on the TV. Past the reporter and stuff. He ran like Ditto does in Pokopia behind the reporter outside of Area 51.
Oh God.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. So like what we talked about with Steve Fawcett, he's the most famous one and the biggest search that they had. But the 2000 plane figure, which is frequently cited by Plane and Pilot magazine. So it's 2,000 planes that have gone missing. It's a
What?
2,000 planes have gone missing in this triangle.
What I thought you said, but that doesn't seem feasible.
It's quoted by Plane and Pilot magazine. So, but keep in mind that the terrain goes all the way up to 14,000 feet, right? In certain areas, and these mountain waves and downdrafts can really, really cause issues. But it is right next to Area 51. So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super
Do
interesting.
you happen to have right in front of you how many planes have we got missing in the Bermuda Triangle? Can we compare them?
20.
20 total?
According to
the
the
history of
podcast I listen to, but I'm just check right now.
yeah, yeah. I'd be interested to know what the difference was.
Now, do you know? So the Bermuda Triangle. Why do you think the planes are missing there? What do you think happens? So while exact figures are debated, over 20 planes and 50 ships are generally cited as having vanished in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I guess they have the ships too, but still, that's way less.
Yeah, there's been no ships
Way
missing
less.
in this area, though. I don't know in the Nevada Triangle.
There's no ship. There's not the ocean.
I know. So one of the big things on the Bermuda Triangle, right, is the methane gas, right? They found out that these planes are flying through pockets of methane gas, and when you do that, it's lighter than air. So basically, you lose lift and you crash, or it catches the gas and using a piston engine will ignite the methane and explode, cause an explosion, which would eventually, end in the plane crashing.
Is there volcanoes out there? What's it from?
There's just all kinds of methane. The whole territory is rich, and all the time you'll see these bubbles that pop up, and that can also sink a ship as well.
Must be all the cattle out there.
All the cattle, or no, I'm not talking about in the I'm talking about the Bermuda Triangle, and there's no cattle.
I know.
Oh, methane. So this place is a lot more scary from a going missing standpoint. It's more likely to happen here. So
Sure.
Next thing you're thinking about triangles, that's
I will never once be thinking about triangles in this way because I'm scared.
yeah.
Man, that's super. I didn't even know that thing existed. Like, I know people disappear in the desert, but I didn't know there was such like a concentrated number in this one area. And you've never heard of this either, Isaac?
I've heard of it, but I didn't know all the details, like what
Okay.
went on there, and that the numbers are so high too. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Did you say you had a picture you wanted to show us, Epic?
Oh yeah, I got a picture of the actual triangle.
Okay.
I will share that right now. I'll try to share that screen presentation screen. Okay. Can I not share my snipping? There it is. So this is the triangle. So it's between China Lake, Las Vegas, Area 51, Reno, and Fresno. It's where Death Valley National Park is, all through Las Vegas, all the way out to almost to San Jose. And it's a pretty big swath of land, but it's got its scary stuff. So
I like that it's a right triangle.
yeah, it's
Isaac's got his protractor out right now.
he's like doing some math. He's like, well, that's really not a triangle, actually.
Within 10 seconds, he's found the planes with his protractor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, he ruins everything.
One more thing I didn't really talk about. We talked about Steve Fossett being such a really experienced pilot, right? Aviator, all kinds of awards, all kinds of records. Well, when he took off and his plane crashed, the emergency locator beacon, which is in the plane, because remember, this is like one of the Bentley type plane. This is a beautiful plane. When that crashed, the emergency locator did not work. It didn't go off. And on top of that, Steve usually flew with his Breitlinger emergency watch, which is basically a wristwatch with a built-in transmitter for aviators. And it has that watch has a 90-mile transmission.
That's pretty massive.
Yep. And he apparently got in the plane and did not bring that. So it's kind of all these weird things that add up, and
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like the remember the Dyatlov Pass episode where we have all these experienced people that make weird mistakes for some reason.
Yep.
Again, Soviets.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just saying. No, but that was really cool. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was super interesting. And I'm actually glad we're going back to some focused episodes here for a couple weeks. That'll be great. Man, I don't know. I'm still trying to think of my toxic trait is thinking I can just go walk around that triangle, like looking at it and see where these places are.
We know how big that area is, though, right? So, like when we
Yeah.
talk about 2,000 planes, and the Bermuda Triangle is probably just as big, but Bermuda Triangle doesn't have all these mountains, right? And they don't have the Death
yeah.
Valley. So, in Steve's case, what the FAA and investigators kind of think is he got hit by a 300 to 400 mile per hour downdraft that just
I
flattened
thought for
his
sure
wing.
you were going to say he got hit by a 300 or 400 pound cow,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sucked right through the engines.
Have
Right
you
in
been
the
to any spots in here? I see Vegas is right in the middle, but anywhere else have you been?
Yeah, I've been to Fresno. I've been to Vegas. I've
You've been to Fresno?
yeah,
Did you enjoy it?
no.
Okay.
Um, I've been all over the San Francisco area. So I've been out. I took the kids up to oh
Yosemite?
yeah, Yosemite. Sorry, which is north in that area as well. But it didn't. I didn't notice any of the wind and the downdrafts, things like that. So
Yeah.
Vegas
Been to
is one of
Vegas
those
and
places again that. Oh, sorry, Isaac. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it starts at the Grand Canyon there too. I've been there
mhm.
down in the corner. Which I mean it's pretty understandable why people would go missing there. That place is massive.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Native Americans, I don't remember which tribe this is, but they believe this also is there's a portal to the afterlife here, and that's
Of course.
what was talked about extensively with like the Grand Canyon and all these caves and things throughout there. So they believe that a lot of people are going missing that are ending up in hell or a portal to the afterlife in the world of the veil between the life of the world of the living and the world of the dead. Or
I'm starting to think there's a portal to the afterlife like everywhere.
I mean, there is if you just
There is.
die. You're going.
Yeah, if you just jump off of. True.
Um,
True.
But another yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. There's another theory too, but so there's another theory at Area 51. There's a lot of experiments based around different type of engines, right? We talked about, and there was one.
Alien engines.
Who knows? But there was one engine that basically talked about time travel or creating vortexes because it was so powerful, and that's how it pushed, right? That's how it moved forward. So one of the theories is too that because they're doing these experiments, that some of these planes are disappearing into these time vortex, and then reappearing whenever like in Steve's case, 3 years later, just randomly, and areas people have been through multiple times. So I don't believe that.
I don't know.
Do you guys, to going off on a little tangent here, do you guys think time travel will ever be invented or is possible?
Do you want my
So
tinfoil hat?
I just want to know if you think it's actually a thing that can happen.
I've never wanted to talk about this because obviously you are, you have Christian values and things like that, and I thought you would just make fun of me. But I believe, if I may, Patrick, that there's a little leprechaun. No,
Oh.
I am a firm believer in like alternate realities going on at the same time.
Multiverse, yes, me too.
Yeah, whether it's God who created that, or it just happened, or what. I think that there's a million things going on at the same time, and that's why you get deja vu, and that's things like that.
Yep. So,
But I do think it could be of like I don't know. I think it could happen. Like time's a man-made thing, right? Kind of.
it's relative. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
What do you think, Isaac?
Here's why I believe it will never happen.
Okay.
Because as soon as time travel is invented in one time, it then exists in all times.
Exactly.
We don't have people coming back here from the future,
Do we?
or to the past from the future.
I
So
feel
like
like I just
it
talked
will
about
never
the
be
Mac
invented.
guy.
The guy, that one guy, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. But
No,
so, but on that
It
whole
would be
thing,
happening.
Isaac,
No,
what
we
if?
got some time, guys. We could just get into this.
Yeah, what
Part
if?
two.
What if, like, I actually recently kind of started subscribing to what Jukes was just talking about in alternate timelines, and you got to admit, something happened in 2016, dude. 2016, 17, something happened.
We're back to the Mandela effect.
I mean, that is just a symptom, right?
Yeah.
That is just something that you see from the overall. So something happened to our universe. I don't know what it was, but I kind of really feel like something happened that caused our universe to collapse, and then we just shifted into the other timeline, or that timeline that we were on ended, and that's why we're down this weird path right now, where we're with Trump and in a war and having COVID, and all of a sudden every 2 minutes something bad's happening.
But if we're still in it, did it shift, or were we always meant to go this way?
So let me think of that, because if we did shift, our consciousness shifted to this timeline. So as a human, or spirits, is like with religion, right? You're a spirit. You're not part. Your body's not who you are. Your spirit is different. So, and like even CIA studies, everything. If you go back and look at all the psychedelics and all the studies they've done over the years, there's a report out about. It's kind of scary, but the human consciousness is all one, right? It's all part of God. It's when you
So,
die, you go.
Pluribus.
Yeah,
When
you
I
go to
took-
whatever.
When
So-
I took edibles the other night, like a couple weeks ago, I took a lot of them.
Oh, God.
We went overboard. But like when I laid down in bed, I think I told you about this, Isaac. I feel like I had this like out of body experience thing where I'm simultaneously watching everything going on in these different timelines at once. It was the weirdest feeling in the world, and I'm trying to, like, whether it's a dream or whatever, I'm trying to get back to my timeline, and like I ended up making one mistake and getting back to a timeline where, you know, I didn't have a beard today or something, right? And everything was fucked up. I don't know, man. I didn't like that.
Well, so the CIA has come out and said that, based on research, that we are a collective conscience, right? When you die, you go to wherever you ascend. There's what was the Isaac, the weight study, that you're like 78 grams lighter when you die?
I remember that movie, right? There's a movie.
Yeah, but it's an actual study. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
problem is it hasn't been scientifically verified, right? They haven't done like a whole peer review and all these other things. It's literally
Yeah.
some dude that was like measuring, and you're like 78 grams
Right.
lighter. So something disappears when
Right.
you die.
Mhm.
Whether it's your
Flesh.
soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it, something happens. And I kind of believe that, even when I was a little kid, I always remember thinking, man, what am I going to do in this time? Like, what's this one going to be like? And maybe I'll have to restart and go a different path next time or something like that, when I was real little.
Yeah.
But there are, like, like Buddhism and religions like that do believe in,
Reincarnation.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Where
are you on the multiverse thing, Isaac? I'd like to hear your opinion.
No, like, I don't see any evidence for it.
You didn't watch
Like-
Spider-Man
Yeah.
Into the Multiverse?
It's a cool like sci-fi thing, but I just don't know how.
Sure.
I don't even know how you guys are even like seeing or feeling it now. Like,
Do
where-
you
where-
feel
where you
like-
guys-
do you feel the same that you did before 2016? Like, do you feel centered and I get we have technology now that's way different than we ever had. So we're focused on our phones, we're focused on all this different stuff. But deep down in your bones, do you feel like everything is the way it was before?
I mean, I don't necessarily buy into the 2016 thing.
No,
But-
no, I'm not even that. Just in general, like You know, before like in the 2000s or even in like 99s, you know, in high school and stuff, when you were living, it felt like a progressive day, you know, like, and I don't know if it's just we're so busy now with everything, but it doesn't feel like we're on that same timeline. Like time is so short, time is just gone, and all this crap's happening, and you can't concentrate and move
Mhm.
forward with it.
Social media is definitely a big part of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I also think it's just getting older. I think
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Perception, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, um, I read this thing about how kids like are impatient, right, for things. They can't wait in a line. They can't wait for anything that takes any amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, the time they spend waiting in a grocery line proportionate to their whole life is massive compared to how long we've been alive, how long that line is. So
Sure.
it feels forever to them. And the more you're alive, like the longer you have of time and experience, the shorter that feels. And that's just how time has the perception of speeding up. It's because we've experienced more of it.
Okay,
My
but
brain hurts.
you're but I want a straight answer though. Do you feel different than you did?
I think,
Just more experienced, I feel. Not different, no.
Okay.
and I feel like we just had this conversation
Wiser.
last time I was over at your house, Isaac. Is like I don't feel really any different than I did when I was
Yeah.
younger, right? Like I'm still
Yeah,
sitting
I
here
just know
playing
more
Pokemon.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
but
perception's different,
so
right?
Yeah.
you don't think that God could have created multiple outlets and multiple universes in one?
Could he? Yes. Did he? No.
Okay,
Well, how does Buddhism go? Like, what's the Buddhist thing? Like, if
no idea.
you die, you ascend, and you have to keep coming back until you become one with God, right? One with a certain thing,
Buddha.
right?
I know in
Yeah.
Chinese religion you have to stand like the flying crane kick from Karate Kid, and the longer you can stand like that
Hmm.
in like the in between, the better your life will be when you reborn.
And if you can catch a fly, ooh,
Yep, Mr.
especially with
Miyagi.
chopsticks in a game,
Yep.
um, dude, not to go off topic, but that game was hard. The freaking damn flies, the chopstick thing, that was almost Lion King-ish.
Oh my God. I we're spiraling, guys. The I started playing the original Mega Man game the other night.
What?
Oh my God, that was hard. Like I don't know how we beat. That's why
Dude,
games seemed so much longer when we were kids because we couldn't beat them.
because we had to redo them how many times?
Yeah.
Think
Oh
about
my goodness.
remember what was it, Contra that we played together?
The Contra's out on the Switch too. They remastered it.
Oh, it's so hard. We always got to the one spot and we couldn't get by it, and
Yeah,
all these
I don't
games.
know.
Did you guys ever play a game called Abe's Odyssey?
Yep.
Yep.
And they just came out with one called Abe's Soulstorm, which is hard too.
They're
I think
hard.
it's
Yeah, you have to do the exact right button press or else
yeah.
you die.
Abe. I never really got it. Abe was a PlayStation franchise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really got it. Well, it's not anymore because it's on Switch and everything. But I never got into Abe. But
It was
again, I
cool. You
always
just had
grew
to
up.
do the right exact button combinations or else you
Mhm.
die.
I always grew up strictly a Nintendo household until Patrick introduced me to
Genesis.
Resident Evil and PlayStation. By the way, the new
Genesis.
Resident, yeah,
Excuse me.
Genesis.
That was first.
But I also never got into like Sonic or anything like that. I think it was stupid. It's going too fast. I can't
Same.
see anything.
100% same. I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
really like this. The side scrolling, whatever craziness. I'd rather jump and
yeah.
hit bricks.
So I what was I playing the other night? That was fuck, I don't remember now. It was something along these topics. Sonic, Sega. Oh, Resident Evil 9. You got to play it. Epic. I know you like Resident Evils. Didn't you play 7 where they went first person? Did
Yeah.
you play 8?
I'm doing villages right now, I think, or
That's 8.
8. Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't played it yet, but
Requiem brings it right back in. It takes place in Raccoon City. It's awesome. So anyway,
it's
that
still
was yeah, well, My brain hurts. Isaac, I assume you're not going to be playing Fortnite tonight because you're in the hotel. So I'm probably just
Yeah.
going to play a little Pokopia and hang out with John in Discord. Patrick, if you want to join us.
I'll be playing Fortnite.
Really? All right. Well, I guess I can log in a little bit when I get through this level.
All right.
Or are you getting in Discord?
Yeah, I'll be on.
All right. All right, everybody. As always, be kind to yourselves, each other, and your insides, because Pizza After Midnight's a young man's game. Later.
Peace.
See you later.